Challenges against it were brought far too late, outside the requirement of within 6 years to bring claims. The ruling clears the path for a trial to take place at a later date. Simon Gaitan, London.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks, looking in more detail at the end of the Hollywood actors' strike. A deal was reached with the Alliance of TV and Motion Picture Producers in a unanimous vote. It means that production can immediately recommence because the earlier Hollywood writers' strike was also resolved. At issue was the concern of actors, particularly about AI, and the need to protect union members from the possibility that producers could simply synthetically create future content featuring AI versions of the real men and women on the screen.
It really has kind of crippled the industry here, so it's fantastic to see it get back on its feet.
Jason Solomons is a film critic and broadcaster.
I think when it started, people weren't really sure about AI. Now, of course, everyone's panicked about AI. And I think that the writers and the actors' strikes in Hollywood really brought that to people's attention. What, you can get robots to write and you get robots to act. Is there nothing they can't do? And actors' likenesses being stolen and used in perpetuity. When can actors work? I mean, if they've done one day's work, their likeness can be taken. And I think this has been a big question. I'm not sure it's been protected forever, but it will be protected for a bit. So actors will be remunerated. I think, if you're a big star, we're not going to replace you with a robot.
Also resolved in the negotiation, disputes over payments for the digital streaming of actors' work. Taken together, union leaders say they negotiated the first billion-dollar settlement to any industrial action undertaken in Hollywood. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, Israel has agreed to a daily 4-hour pause in fighting in northern Gaza to allow humanitarian aid to get in. Political leaders, business heads and international organisations are gathering for the 2-day Paris Peace Forum. And Prince Harry has won a bid to take the Associated Newspapers Group to trial over privacy claims. That's the latest feature story news. Julia Chapman reporting.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
Good morning. It's a KCHW morning show. It is Friday, November 10th. We're here with myself, Chuck Ritchie, Scott Allen, and Jet Timmons.
I love the applause rather than
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, all the angry people outside the station.
If you turn the volume up really loud,
Simmer
they're saying,
down.
Yay. Yeah, no.
All right, let's start off with that weather forecast for Chihuahua. 41 for today with generally cloudy skies, overnight low of 37, occasional showers overnight. That leads us into morning showers for your Saturday, 49 and 34 with a 65% chance of rain. And this popped up. Now, when I look at the forecast, it says winds to 12 miles an hour, but there's an addendum on there that says a wind advisory on Saturday now from 10 until 10 p.m. So 10 in the morning till 10 at night, and it includes everywhere: Colville, Medellin, Worley, Plummer, Kettle Falls, Athol, Medellin Falls, Hayden, Newport, Post Falls, Priest River, Fruitland, Clark Fork, Republic, Bonners Ferry, Northport, Coeur d'Alene, Chihuahua, Inchelium, Moscow, Genesee, Sherman Pass, Sandpoint, Wakanda, Potlatch, Tiger, Ione, Deer Park, and Eastport. All right, gusts up to 45 miles per hour.
Wow.
Last time that happened, it blew off my toupee. Maybe. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to, we don't have any breakfast or lunch for the kids, so we can move right into the fun stuff this morning. And I just had a comment, is kind of like the tweet of the day. Everywhere I go, I'm seeing Christmas stuff. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Thanksgiving needs a better marketing plan.
It really, really does.
Yeah. Like cards or something. We have Thanksgiving cards.
Yeah.
All right. This year, the turkey is you.
I think
like that.
I'm always the turkey.
I think a good celebration would be maybe between now and Thanksgiving, do like one of those traditional dishes every night for dinner, and then have them all again on Thanksgiving night, all at once.
Ooh, there you go. Like
I
a
like
Thanksgiving advent calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down for some cranberries tonight or some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, getting them into that little cardboard book would be difficult, though.
That's true. That's true. We have a little house with drawers.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I think next week we should just write Thanksgiving cards to each other.
Oh, like Happy Thanksgiving.
I've always been bummed out on President's Day that they don't have President's Day cards either.
Wow, no, they don't. They just have
Seems like they should.
couches.
You embarrassed us all. All right, this morning's bad poetry. Let's go with Chuck Ritchie.
Oh, they're crying in Seattle. The Seahawks have gone kaput. You know it's bad when the other team offers to play on one foot.
And no hands.
Hopefully they're going to redeem themselves this weekend, because last weekend was not their best performance. Was it 37 to 3
in Seattle?
I think. Yeah, it was bad. Bad.
All right, and here comes Jet Timmons, today's birthday boy.
Tomorrow. My birthday's tomorrow, but it counts.
All right,
Today's the observed day of my
Well,
birthday.
you've already had a birthday cake. I saw it at your house.
I did.
It's already been eaten, so your birthday's pretty much over. Cake's gone.
It's done. It's
Yeah.
done.
All
Like
right.
I was
That's all you
saying,
get.
we went out. We shot some muzzle-loading black powder rifles for my birthday last weekend. That was a good time.
So you've got like a birthday week?
Yeah, man. No, it that last weekend was it. It stopped right there. But I went into a pretty serious week this week.
All right. So we've got a special note, and Jet, will you deliver that for the city?
Yeah, don't bother raking your leaves this weekend, as the city's tree shaking crews will be out Saturday, shaking the remaining leaves off of trees from your Chewelah Public Works Department.
They're getting ready right now.
Got the bus cup.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
It's true?
It's kind of cool. Because it's bad for the trees to leave the leaves on there, and then it sucks in the spring, when you get the extra leaves falling. Anyway, yeah.
I thought you were thinking it was true we had a city with tree shaking crew.
Oh, it's not true?
It's not true.
Oh.
Next, you're going to tell me Santa Claus isn't real, Scott.
That's right. I might.
Maybe
Did you guys get snow over there in Chewelah this week?
No, we didn't. No, we got
Really?
We've got quite a bit of rain.
Oh, yeah. We got a pretty good snowstorm yesterday.
Wow.
Or the day before. I can't remember. It's all the same.
It is. We still have like an inch out there.
Yeah.
All right. So along with the leaf thing and the tree shaking, should you leave your leaves in your yard or rake them up?
Leave them.
I say leave them, yeah.
Leave them?
Yeah.
It is. It's a new thing. Now, some people that might be in a homeowners association or have some rules where they live, that can be a problem because you can be like forced to rake up your leaves. But there's a lot of stuff out there that says you shouldn't. You might want to kick it or step on it, hear that satisfying foot. You might slide across the road on it, but you should leave those leaves all over your yard, not even rake them up into piles.
Yep.
And they say that it's makes for richer soil when you leave your leaves and they decompose right there, putting all those organic materials right back into the soil. It says when leaves fall off a tree, the plant material covers the tree's root zone and begins to break down, returning nutrients to the soil that the tree has lost. Think of it as organic mulch or fertilizer. Within the fallen leaf layer is an entire ecosystem that you could be destroying, including home to all sorts of creatures and animals, including invertebrates, reptiles, amphibians, and pollinators. Many species of moths and butterflies, for instance, rely on the leaf layer to complete their life cycle. They say as more than 90% of moth species attach themselves to leaves and spend the winter in cocoons buried among the foliage. So those moths and butterflies, in turn, are critical food supply for many birds. It's that circle of life thing, and leaving your leaves down is good. So don't feel like you have to keep up with your neighbors with that yard.
Now, I
also
think
I
I
heard
told you the same thing, Scott, once when you were raking, and you told me that you didn't care.
I didn't, because it was a walking path to the cabins, and I wanted it to be clear when people go to the cabins.
Fair enough.
But we did. Did you notice though? And you did it too. We raked all those leaves into the forest
I
floor.
did. Yeah, I specifically did that with that factoid in mind. Lindsay's friend is a soil scientist, or she works for a soil science lab. So
Hey.
she'd already lectured me on this whole spiel.
No, I do like to get them out of the driveway, because they'll turn the driveway back into dirt again, and out of like the dog yard where there's gravel, and yeah. But yeah, your guys, and it supposedly cuts down on the mosquitoes in the spring too.
Well, that's
By leaving them out. or by raking them up?
By leaving them out, it cuts down on the mosquitoes. You'd think it would make more, but supposedly it helps cut down.
All right, now the official disclaimer.
Well, if you learned anything today, it won't be the truth.
That's generally true.
Generally, too.
Yeah.
All right. Other thing I saw this morning was pretty cool. Was a Tesla Model X turning into a boat. A guy launched his boat at the boat launch, and then apparently forgot to put the car in gear, and it rolled into the water and quickly caught fire, where it's probably still burning today. And it's great because you can see the Tesla with the,
oh, wow.
Yeah, but Jet can see it from there. I didn't get it ready to show it on the video stream, but it's fully submerged and
still on fire.
It's like a boiling cauldron. And they said it burned for hours and hours, despite the fact that it was underwater.
Yeah, firefighters actually have to get special training now to know how to put those battery fires out. It's crazy.
I saw the documentary with a guy, and I've talked about it before, where he was hammering the nails into a lithium battery to show that his battery would not catch fire. What happened to that guy?
Oh, I bet he died in a battery fire.
It was about a year ago. They should be on the market by now, shouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know those Teslas drive themselves. I think this one probably gained sentience and committed suicide.
So it caught fire because what the water connected the batteries or what?
I think so.
Shorted it out.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. What if you hit a big mud puddle? Is your Tesla gonna catch on fire?
I don't think it's quite that bad, but
could be.
Now my question is, who's hauling a boat with a Tesla?
That's pretty impressive right there, though.
Yeah. I want to know.
That's probably why it got dragged into the water.
Yeah. I want to know, nobody stopped him when he went to the store to have a trailer hitch put on his Tesla. Nobody said, this might not be a bad idea. Nobody, when they sold him the boat, said, do you have a truck to pull this? There's a whole failure of communication somewhere in the chain here.
What you towing there? Maybe it was for one of those inflatable rafts. Those little ones for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, before we turn Jet loose with that special voice he does, just a little applause for Jet for it being his birthday. How old are you today, Jet?
Well, tomorrow I'm 29.
29.
Today I'm 28.
Okay. And then our lovely volunteer at KCHW, we got to give some more kudos out there. Melissa Silvio, Chuck, you said it's her birthday as well?
It is her birthday today.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Melissa.
I stayed up all night for you two and made this.
It's too old. Yes, too old to begin the training.
But then a man gets older and he thinks very differently and things get very clear.
I didn't even recognize him.
I feel 70 again.
Work that ab, baby.
Look at Mr. Smiles over here.
You like orange.
Where's your wife, old man? What a Class A prevert.
This, my boy. There's no fool like an old fool. Wait!
Mrs. Matsuda's in the cafe. She's wearing something super inappropriate for an 80-year-old.
Are you boys a little old to be trick-or-treating?
As for women, I became indifferent when I was 83.
Boy, you really look good for an older guy.
Well, you know what's funny is the other week I found a patch of gray hairs in my beard. Or Lindsay found it, but yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, we'd never go looking for them.
Nah.
It takes that woman to find them for us.
I try to have Scott find them all for me, but he missed these ones.
I've got one eye.
Yeah, with that cataract, they all look gray, Jeff.
Yes, they do. Everything's hazy. I tell you, my driving skills have really went downhill, too.
Yeah, when Sammy got here, the first thing she said is, Dad should not drive at night anymore.
When she gets out of the ground and kisses the ground when she gets out of the car.
Yeah. We came into a town with no painted stripes on the road when we were traveling back from Washington.
Oh, so all of Maine?
Yes. And there was no lines in this city, or they were all faded or whatever. It's pitch black out except for the glaring, street lights that really, don't help you. Mm-hmm. And it's raining on top of it. And I literally drove into this town trying to get to the hotel like a blind person with my daughter telling me, stay to the left, a little more left, a little more left. All right, there's a turn coming up. All right, you're going to want to get in the left line. Now, Dad, now. now. All right, you can turn. And I did feel like I was driving blind.
You have that drop of the blind guy getting his license and driving for the first time. That would have been good to have here.
I do have some local birthdays if you want to get those out of the way real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll do it. We can do them twice, too.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Okay.
so today,
Go ahead.
Today we have Russell Smith, Haley Luttrell, and Dale and Linda. It looks like Stoner. Is it Stoner or Storer? It's kind of hard to see the little tiny lettering.
Storer.
Dale and Linda Storer. Thank you.
Nice job, Chuck.
With their anniversary. Yeah.
Sorry, Dale and Linda.
Well, happy anniversary, you guys. Happy birthday to the rest of you. And then tomorrow we have Sierra Lane, Nobody on Sunday, and then Monday we have Sherry Chalmers and Peyton Berea.
Yes, you got it right. There you go. Little applause for Chuck for getting it right. And if you spot any of those people out and about, point and laugh. Tell them we were talking about them on the radio.
Yeah, especially that, what was her name, Sierra, with the birthday tomorrow?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Sierra Lane.
Okay.
Sierra Lane.
Because we share a birthday.
That's why. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We have it's a tough thing. I was talking to Lindsay today about having a birthday on a holiday because it never quite feels like your birthday. It feels like you're always sharing it, and especially Veterans Day can get a little political. And so it's a fun birthday to have because it's 11/11, and I love veterans. I don't want to say I don't, but it is a little tough. I get it. People who have birthdays near or around Christmas and those kind of things.
Yeah, we know somebody that has a birthday on December 24th.
Yeah.
And that's got to, because you're probably only going to get one present. It's your Christmas birthday present. But I think if you have a birthday on December 24th, you should walk into the room in the tree and go, they're all for me. Wow.
Becky, Lindsay's mom.
Yes.
24th or 26th, I think.
That's a rough one.
I share a birthday with my dad. So every year it was our birthday. It was never my birthday.
What's your birthday?
August 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is
August is the most common birth month, actually.
It is. It really is. And
My
actually,
birthday always comes around Father's Day, so I'm back to that one gift thing.
on my birthday, I generally have to go around because I know so many people that have the same birthday. It's kind of like my birthday is just a day where I tell all the other people happy birthday.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Also, Scott, don't feel bad because you always get gifts on Mother's Day too.
That's true.
But
the
coolest.
It's very heartwarming being a single dad. From one of my kids, I get Mother's Day cards.
Oh,
that is very sweet.
And we all know your mother.
And she always spends Mother's Day with me as well.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah.
All
right, I want to move on to this and let Jet go, unless you had something else there, Chuck.
I was just going to say, my stepdaughter, her birthday is a few days before Halloween, and that was actually a cool one to have your birthday.
Yeah.
Great parties when she was a kid.
Oh, I bet. I would love to have a Halloween birthday.
Yeah.
Well, you could just bump it up and have a 2-week birthday and then still have your Halloween.
I was going to say, I'm pretty close. Yeah. But all right, well.
You can take the mask off now.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, it sounds like you want me to invite my friend in here.
I do. I want to hear with our friend, the Don, I want to hear the top 10 provisions of the Presidential Records Act. So we get this all straight, and we know what's going on from now on, and what can be charged and what can't.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me back on your wonderful radio program, Scott. It's a wonderful radio program. Last time went so well. I did not get as many compliments as I thought I would. I thought more people would enjoy it. More people would send me letters. More people would reach out. I thought it would definitely boost my polls. I'm here again to boost those poll numbers. I came here instead of that debate. I didn't think it was necessary. So go ahead, ask your questions. I've got these the top 10 totally real provisions of the Presidential Records Act.
Totally real.
These are completely real, big league true.
Okay.
So, first of all, a U.S. president who has been married at least 3 times can take home any government files he wants.
I'd heard that one.
Ketchup is the only appropriate condiment for use on steaks. Steaks shall be cooked well done, never rare, never medium rare, only well done. Well done as in excellent steaks, well done steaks. See what I did there?
Okay.
I'm a genius. The Presidential Records Act was signed into law by our Lord and Savior, Ronald Reagan, in 1925. He transgresses time. He's everywhere. He is nowhere. He's both of those things. The next one, this is wonderful. There are disputes over files. A former real estate developer who is elected president should negotiate a fee with the National Archives rather than give the files back. That's just good business. I did write a wonderful book. It's called The Art of the Deal. That is what I used when I was negotiating the fee to give these files back. I always win, always get a deal, never back down. That's my motto. Never back down. Passengers with orange-hued skin may bring any number of KFC buckets onto Air Force One. We also don't have to take them back off the plane. We can leave them wherever. We can leave them in the bathroom if we want. We can leave them in the cockpit. I did make them let me in the cockpit. I sat in the co-pilot's chair. They did not let me sit in the pilot's chair. I tried to fire the gentleman who was flying the plane. It did not work. A U.S. president who owns a green 1967 Corvette Stingray shall be impeached at least 3 times, but never indicted. That's important. Important. I've been impeached more than any president. I've gotten the best impeachments. I've done the best impeachments. Everybody knows that, Scott.
All right. I agree.
Confidential documents may be declassified telepathically by any president who aced the cognitive test. I ace every test I ever take. Cognitive, behavioral, emotional, mathematical, IQ. I have a great IQ, a wonderful IQ. It's tremendous. Any former president who owns several golf courses may declare himself winner of golf tournaments that he didn't play in. I'm a wonderful golfer. I know many people make fun of me for living at Mar-a-Lago, which is a wonderful golf course, I think. I've never actually golfed there. All right, the next one here. I like this one. The only appropriate response to a valid subpoena for obstruction of progress is public obnoxiousness. Now, I do have to contend I wouldn't call it obnoxious. I would call it passionate. I'm a passionate man. Some people think that's obnoxious. I don't. I think it's wonderful. I think it's an excellent trait. Finally, sensitive files are deemed to be declassified when either 1, a stable, completely wonderful, stable genius, or 2, a large group of seagulls declare that they are mine. Very good. Very good. Thank you for having me again, Scott. I hope I've secured your vote. I know that we haven't always gotten along in the past, that we've had disagreements.
It's true.
I appreciate having me on your show, your wonderful show. Could have more viewers. It could have more listeners. Goodbye. All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, President Trump.
All right. Chuck Ritchie, I don't know he got his hands on this, but here's Chuck Ritchie with things in Rudy Giuliani's briefcase.
I love that guy.
I know.
Don't tell Trump, but I found this stuff. He left his briefcase at the briefcase repair shop for 3 years, and I found it through a cousin of his. Verified. You can't deny this. 3 Colorado hikers missing since 2018. Right there in his briefcase.
In his briefcase.
Dilbert. Apparently. The steering wheel of the Suez Canal barge that was beached in March of 2021. That's what happened. Wow. None other than Jed Clampett.
All right.
In his briefcase.
Yep. Tattoo containing the names of the 13 triad leaders. We're still waiting for the DNA test to find out who owns the tattoos, but they were in his briefcase. They were a little dried up. We had to rehydrate them. A polar bear.
All right, you need to dehydrate that too.
Yeah. Apparently, he's trying to get them off the endangered species list. A bottled water that he's pretending to deliver to the needy. We've recently found Professor Dumbledore.
In his briefcase.
Yeah, resurfaced. Yep. 4 professional snow skiers from Switzerland.
It's a big briefcase.
Yep. An airplane ticket to Cancun.
Oh.
Yep.
He's going to need more hair dye because that's all going to run off.
Yeah.
Yep. The music video of ZZ Top's Legs. I believe it's the famous long lost original recording of the video Legs. Yes.
Yeah, it's actually originally about feet.
That's why he took it. A pair of frightened 5-year-olds named Emma and Ava.
Poor
girls.
How did they get in there?
It's okay though; they were returned safely to their families.
Okay, all right.
Some birdseed.
A snack for later.
Yep. Gollum.
Gollum was in Giuliani's briefcase?
Yeah. Yes, he was. Let him loose. Filthy presidences.
Gollum voted for Donald Trump, but Smeagol voted for Hillary.
Yes. Straight off his concert tour, they found Kid Rock taking it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
A healthy dose of ba to ba, bang to bang, diggy dig. I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, I believe he played for the third or fourth anniversary of the Four Seasons landscaping tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep.
They played that at Ace Hardware too.
Yeah, they did. They're trying to include everybody. Oscar the Grouch. Yep. Gravel. Just gravel.
What's Giuliani keeping his briefcase? Gravel.
Another snack for later.
Yeah, right? And last but not least, a vintage photo of the 1963 Mississippi State men's basketball team.
That's a weird one.
Well, keep digging, Chuck. I'm sure you'll find some high heels in there, maybe a wig.
A few pairs of dirty socks. Not his.
Yeah, not mine.
When I read all those things found in Giuliani's briefcase, I came up with my top 10 words that almost sound like Giuliani. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, first word I came up with, jalopy.
The paint doesn't stick well to them either.
I believe that's a description of his career.
Another in my top 10 that almost sound like Giuliani, graffiti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's dirty and found in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about Gabbiani? Kind of, maybe a little.
Kind of. I don't know what that means, so I guess I'm just dumb.
This word is just Phil, jubilee.
Jubilee. That does sound like Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
I believe Gabbiani is his niece. Gabbiani Giuliani.
Yeah. I'm Jubilee Giuliani.
Another top 10 word that almost sounds like Giuliani, gangrene.
They certainly smell better.
That's his nephew, Gangrene?
Yes.
I love my nephew, Gangrene, and my niece, Giuliani. Jubilee.
Another one, Flatzodiani. Another word that reminds me of Giuliani, gingivitis. Yes. Another word that, well, actually 3 words that remind me of Giuliani, gin and tonic.
Good to know.
Tonic's just for the hair.
And because they both glow under a black light.
Another word that almost sounds like Giuliani, Jabberwocky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All fear the Jabberwock.
And the last one, kind of in honor, I know it's past, but Halloween. How about Giuliani?
Yeah.
There you go.
That would make a great Halloween costume.
I like that one.
Yep.
All right, we're going to test your enunciations, Jet. These are the top 10 fancy words that Judge Eileen Cannon's going to use in Trump's court case.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The first one is magalicious. The next one is preza woohoo.
Okay.
Preza woohoo.
Yeah, preza woohoo.
Third, what he said. This one's tough. Trumphalophagus.
Yeah, there you go. Trumphalophagus.
Yeah. Trumphalophagus. I get it. Here's another one. Magarific.
Oh.
Trumpendous.
What about Fangirl Awoozy?
Oh, yeah. I missed that one. Thank you. Trumpendous. Megalopolis. Trumpadelic. I like that one. Ooh, yeah. That's what happens if you lick some of Giuliani's hair dye, you start to feel Trumpadelic.
Trumpadelic gonna trump you up.
Trump-a-doodle-doo.
That's where the records are kept.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little Trump-a-doodle-doo about how Trump would wake people up in the morning?
Yes, he stands on the top of Trump Tower and goes, Trump-a-doodle-doo! And then finally, Magaluja.
No, it's Megaluya.
Oh, see, Magaluya.
Megaluya.
Magaluya.
Megaluya.
Wonderful. All right. Well, so those are good words. I could hear him saying those. Magalicious, Breza-woo-hoo, Trumphalophagus, Fangirl-a-woozy, Trumpendous, Magaluja.
The great city of Megalopolis. What? I can't even say.
Megalopolis.
Thank you.
Wow.
Very good. All right.
Yep.
Good job. Round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. I've got the top 10 locations for UFOs to be found, or probably, I'd say actually the top 10 awkward locations for aliens to be found.
All right.
Mm-hmm. In a flying 1963 Volkswagen Beetle.
Okay.
Seen
Yeah.
Ted Cruz's beard. Matt gets his eyebrows.
Yeah. Those are yeast-based aliens.
Another awkward location for an alien on the wing of the plane you're flying in.
Mm-hmm. Stewardess,
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Rudy Giuliani on the wing.
In Joe Biden's garage next to that Corvette we were just talking about. All right. Impersonating a stop sign at Lincoln and Stevens in Chewelah.
Ooh.
How?
Good.
All right, another awkward location for an alien to be found in the changing room at Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's who that was.
Engaged in air combat with a flying doghouse that reportedly has a beagle perched on top.
Ah, yes. Yes.
In a secure facility at the Supreme Court. In a ship hidden in the Statue of Liberty's torch.
Ooh. Now that would be a good short story.
Yes. And the number one awkward location for aliens to be found, George Santos's apartment. Knew he was controlled by aliens.
There is a lot of lipstick in here. These high heels are very large.
Moving along, here comes Chuck Ritchie. Things people brag about that they shouldn't. Help us out, Chuck.
Yeah, so this is people that things people brag about they probably shouldn't.
Okay.
A lot of people brag about their IQ, especially when they got it from an online IQ test.
I have the best IQ, the greatest IQ, the highest IQ. I broke the test.
No, your internet crashed.
What's wrong with an online IQ test? Are they not reliable?
Is that not official?
Depends on your internet speed.
I got an email with my test results, and then 40 more. When people brag about how little they sleep.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not a good thing.
No,
is it a brag or an excuse? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
You know, and here's one.
Cry for help.
Right. And here's one I think people should get out of by the at least their early 20s. How trash they get every day or weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, Jet, you're 29 now.
Yeah. Man, and I'm getting to the point where a glass of wine does it for me.
Yeah, I got like one beverage in the tank and I'm out cold.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What are you doing after the show?
Hail to the king,
baby. I'm gonna have half a beer and pass out for 6 hours.
How did you know my Thanksgiving plans, Chuck?
Go to work no matter how ill they are.
I hate those people.
Yeah.
Just don't. Like schools when they give away the attendance awards. That's not. I just don't think that's really a thing to push on kids.
Yeah,
because
no.
you know that kids
I went
going
to a
school
thing as a reporter recently, and I had an illness, and somebody emailed me afterwards and really chewed me out for it, saying I was just really disrespectful to the people in that building. But what do you do? I wore a mask. Oh well.
Were you wearing a mask?
I was. Yeah, I wore a mask.
Well, then I don't think it was necessarily disrespectful if you were taking precautions not to infect anybody.
And I showed up early. I sat in the corner. Anyway, that was the whole thing.
Isn't that where you usually sit, though?
Yeah.
That's Jet in the corner.
That's Jet in the corner.
People that brag about going to work right away after having a baby.
Same thing, right?
I brought it with.
I mean, I guess it's up to the person, but I guess it depends on how much money you can afford for daycare.
Well, you know what, though, in today's society, maybe they couldn't afford to stay home.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's the same with being ill, is a lot of jobs pay hourly. And so, what do you do?
Right. This one just makes me cringe. People that brag about how good they are at driving drunk.
Isn't that a thing of the past?
I drunk better when I drive.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't talk about that. And then this one also incredibly cringy. Just shut up. People that brag about how little it takes for them to resort to violence.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Those guys.
I am the most violent. I have the best violence. My constituents have the best violence.
It's not as cool as you think it is.
No, it's not.
All right.
Well, how am I supposed to prove I'm a big, strong man without violence, Chuck?
Right.
That's right. All right. We want you, Jet, to put on your creepy hat.
All right.
And these are things that Jet likes to whisper to complete strangers.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I really like to whisper these things to complete strangers. The first one is, I have the plans. Do you have the diamond?
Ooh, like it.
Or, does this make any sense to you? Like any of it?
Some random stranger at a meeting. Do that next time you're at a council meeting.
I will,
Just sneak up to one of them.
Yeah. Well, then it would be taken too seriously because those are hard to understand.
Yeah.
I actually like that one, and I would probably agree with you, Jet.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Jet, it doesn't make any sense at all.
What are they saying? We should pretend we're turtles named Luther and Emily. I don't care who's who. Oh, I like this one. Are your pockets full of macaroni and cheese as well?
How did you know?
That's a good one for the elevator, too.
I needed a snack on the way. Did you smell that? This is another good one when someone asks you how you got to work. I arrived by elephant. It's in the backyard. Oh, and here's a good one. This when somebody asks, and bread is real.
Ooh.
Thank you. What if that person got really angry and started arguing with you? No, it's not.
Oh, man.
All right, Chuck Ritchie, what are those? How is your cat doing with all those dogs in the house?
Not great, but he's kind of isolated to a certain section of the house, and he gets let out when one dog in particular is outside.
Oh,
the other three dogs he's fine with. They can roam around. They even snuggle together on the couch. But there's that one dog that he's not aggressive. He just won't leave him alone.
Yeah.
Why don't you lock them in a closet together and let that cat tear them a new one, and then they'll have decided who's boss.
I think we were just talking about how bragging about violence is not the best.
Yeah, but between dogs and cats, it's just
fine. Animal-related violence is fine.
It's totally okay.
Yeah, that's why I go to the dog fights every weekend.
Wow.
Wow. All right, here's things Chuck's cat thinks about. I could have sworn I heard a can opener. Is there something I'm not getting when humans make noise with their mouths? Why doesn't the government do something about all these dogs?
We're going to build a wall and make the dogs pay for it.
It's going to be the best wall.
All right, I think all cats think this one. If dogs serve humans and humans serve cats, why can't cats ever get these stupid dogs to do anything for us? That'd be kind of cute.
I do have some friends who their dog cleans the litter box for them.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that's something.
Another thing cats like to think, would humans have built a vast, complex civilization of their own if we cats hadn't given them a reason to invent sofas and can openers in the first place?
That's fair. That's fair.
And the last one your cat thinks is, this looks like a good place for a nap.
Any and every place possible. Our cat is, he's a very large cat. He's probably well over 20 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Big guy. He's got a very huge face and the clumsiest, most awkward cat I've ever met in my life. He's not graceful. He doesn't do well jumping down from things. He can be in the other room and he jumps down off a counter and the ground shakes.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
That sounds just like our cat Simon.
Yeah.
Well, and he's got kind of that Siamese thing too, where they have the light blue eyes and they're kind of crossed, and it's like they can't see anything. They can't walk a straight line.
He's a little wall-eyed.
Yeah.
I put him up on a cabinet the other day, and he did not know how to respond.
Ours has one eye that's straight and one eye that's crossed.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a lazy eye.
And we have a series of bookshelves in the room that he lives in, and occasionally you'll hear half the stuff on that shelf come collapsing down on the ground, and you'll hear.
You know what that's called, don't you?
What's
When the cat jumps up on something, and they sit there and they look at it and they stare at it and they get all shifty and shake their bodies, and they know that's not going to work out, and they jump on it anyways. And what happens afterward is called a catalanche.
A catalanche.
Catalanche. You can use that.
You can call it catastrophic.
Yes.
The worst part was when he knocked down a big pile of books that hit the edge of the cat box, which then sent the cat box across the room like a catapult.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Look at all the almond roca.
Yeah. Kitty roca.
Well, we don't usually let the dog have human food, but...
All right, this is getting stinky.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
It's not you, it's Jet, Chuck.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately. All right. Answer the question. First one. Yay, trivia. And looks like I lost it. Oh, here we go. Sweden has more of these than any other country.
IKEA stores.
It's what?
IKEA stores.
It is not IKEA stores. Think of boy, how do I say this? Think of the Swedish coast.
Fjords?
Ooh, not quite.
And not beaches.
They're not beaches. Maine has a lot too.
Lighthouses.
It's not lighthouses, but there might be one on this.
But I was close with fjords. I'm going to guess like cliffs.
No. Sweden has more of these than any other country. Think of the coast.
Happy people.
What you might see. Yeah, they're all.
Women in white roaming the beach at night.
Ooh. No, we're looking for islands, you guys. Islands. More islands. You were overthinking it.
That's tough, because you think about Sweden, you don't think about the islands off of Sweden.
All right, here's a test. This is called Who is Taller? First one, we'll go with Chuck. Chuck, who's taller, Dwayne Johnson or me?
I think Dwayne Johnson's forearm is taller than you, Scott.
Who's taller, Dwayne Johnson or Ben Affleck?
I'm just going to stick with Dwayne Johnson.
I'm going to go with
Chuck's turn. This was Chuck's turn.
I'm going to go with Ben Affleck on this one.
You are. Ben Affleck, 6 feet 2 inches. Dwayne Johnson, 6 feet 5 inches. Funny thing is, they could both beat you up.
Yeah.
All right, Jet. Who's taller, Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande?
I'm going to guess Lady Gaga.
You guessed right. 5'1" to 5 feet. Yes.
Oh, okay. But an inch.
Yeah. Chuck, Chris Hemsworth or Tom Hiddleston?
I'm going to go with Chris Hemsworth.
So you have Thor and his brother Loki, and Chris is 6'3", Loki 6'2".
Oh, there we go. I got one right.
All right, Jet, Brad Pitt or Robert Pattinson?
Oh man, I'm gonna guess Robert Pattinson.
6 feet 0.5 inches to Brad Pitt's 5'11".
So 6.5 inches. It's 6 feet and a half inch.
Yes.
Okay. I'm the same height as Brad Pitt. I'll take that.
Oh, look at you.
Nice. I could barely tell you. I could barely tell the two
let's
of you
measure
apart.
your guys' attractiveness.
Yeah, no, I was about to say.
Just kidding. I think we're back to Chuck. Courtney Kardashian or Daniel Radcliffe?
I'm going to go with Courtney is taller.
She isn't. She's only 5 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe is 5'5". All right, so he beats her by a little bit.
I guess her proportions make her look taller.
Yeah, maybe
But
she
after
just
a
seems
recent
taller.
surgery, Daniel's butt is now bigger than Courtney's. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say Courtney just seems taller on account of the high heels and the plastic surgery.
Yeah.
All right, back to Jet, Leonardo DiCaprio or Tom Cruise.
Leo. Leo's definitely taller.
He is at 5'11". Tom Cruise kind of just like his mini-me at 5'7".
Yeah, Tom Cruise famously short. Leonardo DiCaprio and I share a birthday.
I could probably take Tom Cruise on a basketball game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Kurt Vonnegut also shares a birthday with me. And anyway.
Okay. A couple more trivia questions for your boys before we go to break. Americans eat about 95 million pounds of this squishy treat each year. This is very timely.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. There you go, Chuck Ritchie.
Gross.
All right. Average person can do this in about 15 minutes.
Take a shower.
No.
Eat a meal.
No. Same thing happens, and it happens a lot faster, though, during a chick flick.
Cry.
No.
No. Fall asleep.
Yes! All right, we're going to save answer wrong and win for the end.
All right.
17% of adults have never done this childhood norm. 17% of us never did this childhood norm.
Learn how to ride a bike.
What did you say, Jet?
I said have an imaginary friend.
And what did Chuck say? They came out at the same time.
Learn how to ride a bike.
Chuck takes it with bicycle.
I was a late bloomer on the bicycle, too.
50% of us know someone who had... Oh, that's horrible. I don't want to do that one. All right, Spy the Lie. Sylvester Stallone auditioned for the role of Han Solo. A pelican can hold 12 pounds of fish in its beak. The very first table tennis games were played with cigar box lids for paddles. Which one's a lie?
I really want it to be true, but I think that first one's a lie.
That Sylvester Stallone auditioned for
Yeah, I
Han
really
Solo?
want it to be true. Like, I shot first. What do you want?
And Chuck?
I'm going to go with the pelicans and the 12 pounds of fish. I think it's actually more than that.
Wow, Chuck, you got it right. It's 25 pounds of fish. I can't even carry that much fish.
I'm just so happy that it was Sylvester Stallone. He didn't get it, though. Like
He didn't get it.
Don't get too cocky, kid. Hokey religions and old weapons aren't a mini match for a good blaster at your side. You know?
That's what it would have sounded like, too.
That's no moon.
All right. In a survey of sleep habits, 40% of those surveyed said they do this several times a night. 46% said they occasionally do it, and 14% said they never do it. What are they doing while they're sleeping?
Tossing and turning?
Kinda goes along with it, but they're doing something with a particular item.
Stealing the
Drinking
sheets.
a glass. Go ahead, Chuck.
Stealing the sheets.
Feeling the sheets?
Stealing the sheets and the blankets.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Okay.
Drinking a glass of water.
No. 40% of those surveyed say they do it several times a night. 46% say they occasionally do it. 14% they said said they do it never. I do it all the time.
Fluffing or flipping your pillow?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those that never does.
I was going to say, in honor of Jet's birthday and my approaching 50, get up and go to the bathroom several times a night.
Yeah, that was also on my mind, but I've gotten in trouble for making that joke before.
You did?
Yeah, one time you made.
Maybe you just went too far,
I
Jeff.
think so. Okay. I have a hard time knowing where the line is, if you haven't noticed.
It's blurry. All right, here's a riddle for you guys. It's true I bring serenity and hang around the stars, but yet I live in misery. You'll find me behind bars. With thieves and villains I consort. In prison I'll be found, but I would never go to court unless there's more than one.
Donald Trump indictments.
What is it? What is it? It's true I bring serenity, I hang around the stars, but yet I live in misery. You'll find me behind bars. With thieves and villains I consort. In prison I'll be found, but I'd never go to court unless there's more than one.
Man.
Wow.
The answer is a letter.
A letter?
Okay.
What?
The answer is a letter of the alphabet.
Wait. Say the riddle again. Or piece
It's true I bring serenity and hang around the stars, but yet I live in misery. You'll find me behind bars. With thieves and villains I consort. In prison I'll be found, but I'd never go to court unless there's more than one.
Yeah, I get
S, the letter S.
The letter S. Were you just holding back after you said I get it?
Yeah, I just wanted Chuck to have a chance to guess.
Thanks, man. a pity trivia
This
answer.
isn't friendly trivia.
I believe in sportsmanship, Scott.
All right.
He heard Alan thump me yesterday.
Oh, he did. Chuck's usually like the trivia champ, but Alan handily took him down yesterday.
Wow.
He was on his game.
Destroyed.
Way to go, Alan.
Yeah.
All right. Spy the lie, boys. Tina Fey's middle name is Stamantina. The sun reduces its weight by 4 million tons per second. And it took 10 crates to ship all the parts of the Statue of Liberty. Which one is the lie?
That last one.
Yeah,
I think it was more crates.
All right, you're right. It's 214, and unfortunately, Tina Fey's middle name is Stamantina.
Wow. Tina Stammen, Tina Fey.
Stamantina. That's a tough one. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
Thanks,
her name
Dad.
is Tina Stammen Tina.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Nah.
No, that's horrible.
I like it.
All right. Each year, 54% of American adults fail to do this on their job, and it's some kind of a bonus you get when you work. And 54% of Americans fail to do this.
Show up on time.
No, I said it's a bonus.
That's a bonus. It's a bonus.
It's a bonus thing.
Claim like tax deductions?
Nope. Each year, 54% of Americans fail to do this. It's a work time Benny.
Take time off.
There you go.
Vacation time.
Pirates used to think having an earring would do what for them?
Make them look manlier.
No.
I heard a thing that pirates wore an earring to pay for their funerals.
No.
Oh.
They believed it would improve something.
Their libido.
We knew that was coming. No. Yeah, Jet snickered it and Chuck said it. Good job, boys.
I use the radio friendly.
I'm learning where the line
You're
is.
quite the team.
Yeah.
Pirates used to think having an earring would do this. It would help improve one of their physical assets.
Their intimidation.
You're not making this better, Scott.
I'm just walking the line.
It would make them look scarier.
Improve their hearing?
You're close.
Improve their vision.
Yes, and I don't know why. That seems ridiculous. But
Yeah, I always
is the
heard that
correct
about an
answer.
eye patch. I heard they'd wear the eye patch to keep their night vision, and then they'd switch it when they went below deck to see underneath. I don't know.
All right, you guys have to guess which word is missing from this news headline. Woman charged with assaulting multiple people with pizza and blank. Your choices are breadsticks, salsa, or avocados.
My first choice was breadsticks.
All right.
That sounds right. I'm going to go with avocados just because it sounds really satisfying to throw a nice ripe avocado at someone.
Ooh, that would be.
You guys should sing along with this.
Oh no! We suck again!
All right, woman has been charged after she was arrested Saturday for allegedly threatening and assaulting multiple people with food items in Minnesota. Police say officers were called to a knife complaint Saturday afternoon in an apartment building. Several people called 911 and said Alyssa Holmberg was going into apartments and threatening to kill people with a knife. When officers found Holmberg, police say she was chasing a Somali man, who later said she shouted at him, "Go home, Somali," before throwing a jar of salsa at him.
Oh, man.
All right, she's also accused of assaulting someone with a pizza.
Ah, like a whole pizza?
A whole pizza.
Frozen pizza?
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't
Because
frozen.
that would be, you could throw that at someone like a frisbee and assault them, maybe.
Hurts it.
Wrong.
Well, that's a little better though, because at first I was wondering who in the world eats pizza with salsa.
I would try it. I would try it.
It's just tomatoes and onions.
Now, was she throwing handfuls of salsa? The jar?
It was the whole jar.
Okay.
It was the whole jar. That would hurt.
Lay down. I'm going to pour this in your eyes.
I dare you. We could do that for a highlight next week if you want. We'll pour salsa in your eyes and see how bad it hurts. And just listen to him scream on the radio.
Really leaning into the whole Howard Stern here.
I think we should do it.
I would do it.
You let us pour salsa in your eye.
Let me take my contacts out first. I would try it. Come on.
Okay. All right, let's wrap this up with some answer wrong and win. If you answer correctly, like Chuck tends to do, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we want the dumbest answer you can come up with. First one, name something you would use to light a cigarette.
Ooh.
Sheer power of will.
An angry cat.
But I think you might have to set the cat on fire first. But okay. All right.
Well, that's why the cat's angry, Scott.
All right. Answer wrong and win. Give or take a foot. How deep is the Grand Canyon?
I'm going to guess about 6 inches.
Okay.
About an arm length.
About an arm length. All right.
What do they call that, a cubit?
Oh, that'd have been good. 2 cubits. All right.
Well, that is an arm length, a cubit.
All right. Chuck, name something you would store in a freezer.
My grandfather.
Oh. Jet?
I don't know.
Oh, man, I like the grandfather.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Well, I think my friend has an answer. What do you think? What do you think, Donald? Classified documents. I keep them in the freezer all the time. It keeps them fresh.
Safe. All right. The post office is used for delivering what?
Pizzas.
I was gonna go with Chinese food, but you know,
I like that better. Just like some dim sum and an envelope. Yeah. Here you go.
That's awesome.
I'll give one to the mailman. Have a snack for yourself, buddy.
Oh, and wouldn't it have been so much better? I think AOL would still be around if it said, "You've got pizza."
I would subscribe.
You'd be running to that.
You wouldn't download a pizza.
All right, I want you guys to hesitate for a second for the next one, and we'll do a countdown, and I want you both to do your answers at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go 3, 2, 1, and you guys give your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the answer wrong and win. Last question. Final question is the sound that an owl makes. Okay, so put that in your head. The sound that an owl makes. And I want to hear you both in 3, 2, 1.
Huh?
I don't know.
I like Chuck's.
Do you know what it's like trying to MC this show?
Oh no! We suck again!
Well, what were you looking for, Scott? What was the answer you wanted?
I just wanted some crazy sounds, and I wanted it in stereo.
My second choice, get off my lawn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of going out, hearing an owl out there just going, huh? Huh?
Instead of who?
Yeah. What?
Why?
Where? Huh? When? Sometimes why?
We have a tree in our backyard that we have about an 18-inch to like 2-foot tall horned owl that lives in the tree in our backyard.
Oh.
And it's this time of the year, she's really, really noisy. And
Man, that's really cool.
She's gone after one of our small dogs once, almost got her out of the yard, picked her up by the collar.
Oh no!
And, yeah.
Really?
So now when that owl's out there making noise, especially that dog, won't go outside.
Yeah, just a smart dog.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever seen they sell vests to put on your dog with these like plastic spikes that come off that are to prevent birds of prey taking them up? And it looks so funny. They look like little clowns. If you Google predator vest, you'll see it. I think they're good for Yotes too. But
that same dog has a costume that we made. It's got spikes on the back because she's truly a chupacabra. She's not really a dog.
Nice.
It gets her in
she
touch
comes
with
out
her.
looking like a member of the Misfits.
Yeah.
Or his dog's into S&M.
Right. You know.
Dan, Scott's the
Just
body
saying.
one today.
Just saying.
Wow.
All right, before we go to break, I have this test to complete. And then you can just press the button, Chuck.
Okay.
This is a test of the emergency moron system. Had there been a real moron in the room, you would have seen a small mushroom cloud where the idiot had been standing.
We'll be right back.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
I do that by choice.
Yes. Now, I'm gonna have to give you a ticket on this, but time to Moscow.
It's 8:24.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or ChewelahMotelandRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW, Chewelah, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for November the 10th, 2023. I'm Mike Clifford. One of the nation's largest labor unions has become the latest organization to demand a ceasefire in Gaza as Israel's war with Hamas plays out.
The American Postal Workers Union announced on Wednesday that its members are shocked and saddened by the tragic and ongoing violence in Israel and Palestine. The statement condemns the Hamas violence of October 7th, but also says Israel's response has made the prospects for peace more remote. APWU Detroit local president Keith Combs points out that an estimated 4,000 children are among more than 10,000 deaths in the conflict so far.
Israel has shut off the flow of food, water, fuel, and medical supplies to Gaza Strip. A war crime, a humanitarian catastrophe is unfolding every day in Gaza. 1,000 more innocent civilians stand to die, woefully preventable death.
The White House announced Thursday that Israel has agreed to a daily 4-hour humanitarian pause from bombing Gaza to allow civilians to flee. But there's no word on whether those who leave will be allowed back in at a later date. The push for a longer pause comes as part of President Joe Biden's renewed diplomatic push to free hostages taken by Hamas. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
Now, from the Associated Press, Democrat Joe Manchin of West Virginia announced Thursday that he will not seek re-election in 2024, that giving Republicans a prime opportunity to pick up a seat in the heavily GOP state. Manchin, who is now 76, said he made the decision after months of deliberation and long conversations with his family. The AP notes the decision to step down, while not totally unexpected, severely hampers Democratic hopes of holding on to the coal country seat, marking the end of an era for West Virginia, which voted reliably blue for decades before flipping red. And a new scientific report from a wildlife conservation group details the potential impacts of climate change on jobs in Montana and the environment.
The report, released by the Montana Wildlife Federation and based on what it calls the best available science, predicts an annual loss of 8,800 outdoor recreation jobs and a $263 million economic impact in lost wages by mid-century due to the effects of climate change. Federation President Frank Selassie says the effects will be felt most strongly in Montana's iconic national parks.
Glacier and Yellowstone, accounting for about 43% of the total job impacts and 41% of the total labor income losses. Montana's hunters, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts, we're the first to witness the changing climate's tangible effects.
The report says the average temperature in Montana is projected to rise at least 6 degrees by mid-century. August would see the biggest warm-up. I'm Mark Moran.
This is Public News Service. A new report finds a little more than 119,000 New York City students are now homeless.
The group Advocates for Children of New York says 61% of those students were temporarily sharing housing due to the loss of their own residence. Another 34% have spent time living in city shelters. And this isn't a new problem. The report says its 8th-year student homelessness has risen. Jennifer Pringle with Advocates for Children of New York describes how this affects their education.
Those students in shelter face significant barriers to their education. For example, 72% of kids in shelter were chronically absent, which is almost twice the rate of permanently housed students. They also transferred schools at 4 times the rate of their permanently housed peers.
To tackle this problem, the city hired community coordinators to help students and families living in temporary housing. But funding for these positions will run out at year's end. Should the funding be continued, Pringle says more community coordinators are needed since the original funding was allocated before the pandemic and the number of homeless students has only grown. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
And that proposal to create a public-owned utility in Maine was defeated, but the confusion surrounding electricity rates remains.
A series of free upcoming workshops aims to help older Mainers better understand their electric bills and advocate for lower rates. Alf Anderson of AARP Maine says the election showed everyone has a stake in the future of Maine's utility prices.
There was a lot of disinformation, confusing information, things that people just didn't know they didn't know. So we're really hoping to offer that baseline understanding to people.
The first workshop takes place Tuesday, November 14th at the University of Southern Maine and will include representatives from CMP, Versant, and the Office of the Public Advocate. Online registration is required. I'm Catherine Carley reporting.
Maine has some of the highest residential electricity rates in the nation. Finally, Eric Tegenoff lets us know Medal of Honor recipients will be honored this weekend for Veterans Day.
The Medal of Honor is the highest award in the nation for valor on the battlefield. On Sunday, a Salute to Service halftime show at the Dallas Cowboys football game against the New York Giants will honor 16 recipients, including Seattle native Lieutenant Colonel William Swenson.
I'll be out there on the field on that day. What we'll be representing, though, is the character of all Americans and the heroism that all Americans have access to through their everyday lives.
President Abraham Lincoln created the Medal of Honor 160 years ago. It's a highly selective award, with only about 3,500 people receiving it, of which 65 are alive today. The Medal of Honor Museum is being built in Arlington, Texas, and Congress has approved a monument for the award in Washington, D.C.
New legislation in the Congress this year would ensure the monument is located within 1,000 feet of the Lincoln Memorial. This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service. Hear us on great radio stations on your favorite podcast platform, and you can find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7, Northern Lights Public Radio.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We're back with Scott Allen, myself, Chuck Ritchie, and the top of Jet Timmons' head. Oh.
Yeah, because he's looking down. You see a swimming pool? No, but there's a little bald spot because you turn 29 tomorrow. That's true. Ooh, don't tell me that. Sorry. Hold on.
I like these guys. They are funny guys. Just kill one of them.
And you're the newest, Jet, so you're up.
Sorry.
No.
It's your birthday.
All right, we already did local birthdays earlier, so let's kick off this segment and we'll run through your weekend. Of course, we've got a holiday weekend. A lot of people off today, kids out of school. We'll start off with history for the 10th of November. And let's see, Chuck, would you like to kick that off?
Sure. 1775, the U.S. Marines were organized under authority of Continental Congress. Then
You're really quiet.
Am I really quiet? What's going on?
That's better.
Okay. I guess I should get closer to the microphone.
Yes.
I didn't have it turned up quite far enough. In 1871, journalist explorer Henry M. Stanley found missing Scottish missionary David Livingstone in Central Africa and delivered his famous greeting, Dr. Livingstone, I presume? Nice. I had no idea where that came from. I thought it was from a movie. Okay. Direct dial coast-to-coast telephone service began as Mayor M. Leslie Denning of Inglewood, New Jersey, called his counterpart in Alameda, California. 1951. That was, wow. It seems like that would have been earlier than that.
Yes.
Yeah. 1982, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial was open to visitors in Washington, D.C. Been there. Pretty cool place. 1999, when Albert Folks Jr. told his New Jersey neighbors about being in the CIA and making secret weapons, they took it with many grains of salt. Then the cops busted his place and found a 600-pound operational homemade flamethrower mounted on wheels, which he was planning to sell for $10,000.
I'm an American, gosh dang it. I'd have bid on that.
You go, Albert.
I'd buy that for $1.
In 2003, in Pretoria, South Africa, an unidentified man robbed an office, taking computers, cell phones, and cash, then fleeing with one of the workers' cars. The thief must have been really proud of that car, since the cops spotted him later that day washing and waxing it in full view of anyone and everyone in his front yard. Idiot.
Bad idea.
Right? And in 2008, over 5 months after landing on Mars, NASA declared the Phoenix mission concluded after communications with the lander were lost. In 2012, votes in Florida were finalized, giving Barack Obama the winning number of electoral votes and his second term as president of the United States.
Why are they always so slow in Florida, holding up the election every year?
Chad, you're hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 2020 lockdown was the name, the word of the year by Collins English Dictionary.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to skip that one and move on to
let's just move on to special events for today, and we'll toss that to Jet.
Today is Area Code Day.
Okay.
Great. International Accounting Day.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, so go buy your CPA a donut. Civic Pride Day.
Excellent.
Forget-Me-Not Day. Ooh, I like this one. Vanilla Cupcake Day. So buy your CPA a vanilla cupcake.
That's right.
Sesame Street Day. And then, as Chuck alluded to earlier, it's USMC, United States Marine Corps Day.
All right.
Interesting.
So I heard a thing. I saw a thing. I think it's 54th season of Sesame Street premieres today.
Wow.
This morning.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Or it might have been yesterday. But yeah.
All right, history for Saturday, the 11th of November, also Veterans Day. Start off in 1750. The first college fraternity was formed. The FHC Society, known as the Flat Hat Club, was formed in the Raleigh Tavern in Williamsburg, Virginia.
The Flat Hat Club.
You flathead.
I'm sure that nothing boring ever happened in the Flat Hat Club. It's always exciting.
Sounds exciting.
1921, President Warren G. Harding dedicated the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in the Arlington National Cemetery.
All right.
2005, at a 7-Eleven in Merrimack, New Hampshire, a customer called police to report no one was in the store. Oh, no one. Police searched the building and found Samir Gandhi sleeping in the back office. At most businesses, that's grounds for terminations. But Gandhi had a bigger problem. He'd fallen asleep with 2 bags of pot nearby that police said he was packaging for resale. Whoopsie.
Never get high off your own supply.
Yes.
Sorry, man. I just get real tired when I package up all this pot.
And then a big day in Bosnia, 2006. Town announced plans to erect a massive monument to its most important product, cabbage. That's right. I said cabbage.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
I can get down with that. I'm a big cabbage fan. Love it.
I like a good cabbage. You got to go and leave like a sacrifice at the altar to cabbage there.
Oh yeah.
I had fried cabbage this week for the first time. So
You know,
pretty good. You
know, one of my favorite things is I braise my corned beef, and then I use the juices and the fat from that to fry my cabbage with.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm hungry.
2014, Ford Motor Company began using aluminum instead of steel body of its most popular truck, the F-150. That's probably how they got it light enough to be electric.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
And a fun one, 2021. A man in Plano, Texas, shot in the leg by his dog. Man had been lifting his dog up when its paw got stuck in the trigger of the pistol, which was tucked into the man's waistband. Bad place to keep your gun. Gun then fired and sent a bullet straight into the man's thigh. The man took himself to the hospital. I call that lucky.
Lucky.
If I'm an American, if I want to keep my gun in my sweatpant waistband, I'm gonna. It's my right, gosh dang it.
Oops.
Concern it.
All right. Special events for Veterans Day tomorrow. Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah, it's obviously Veterans Day, 103 years ago, 1918, history's bloodiest war to date, ended after more than 4 years of slaughter. Yikes. The Veterans Day holiday was conceived as Armistice Day to honor the 4.7 million Americans who served and the 116,500 who died in what was then called the Great War of 1914 to 1918. The occasion kept its name and focus until 1954 when it was changed to Veterans Day. And its scope widened to honor veterans from all eras. So, is it Happy Veterans Day? Is there a proper way to say that? Or just...
I think just Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Happy birthday, Jet. That's the way to say it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's really, I heard a stat the other night, and somebody compared it to Veterans Day and those 116,000 who died in the war. The other thing that they pointed out along with that is that we've been losing 75,000 people a year to the opioid epidemic.
Oh, wow. That's a good way to put it in perspective.
It really kind of throws it into a perspective that makes you go, wow.
Yeah.
All right, keep going, Chuck.
Yeah. It's also Sunday Day. Sunday Day. Origami Day. Singles Day. And Air Day.
Okay.
Air Day. So day to breathe your air, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Happy Air Day. Following the success of Earth Day. And Arbor Day. Now,
Air Day.
Air Day.
It happened today for Sunday with Jet Timmons.
Yeah, so 1933, Hugh Gray took the first known pictures of the mythical Loch Ness Monster. Thanks, Hugh Gray. 1934, a year later, according to Kentucky legend, the cheeseburger was born at Kalen's Tavern in Louisville.
Ooh.
I think that's how you say that. 1946, a little while later, branch of the Exchange National Bank in Chicago opened up their first drive-up teller windows. Oh, nice. Okay.
Cool.
1955, despite high winds and a temperature of 0, the Washington State San Jose State football game was played on schedule in Pullman, Washington. Shout out to Pullman. Total paid attendance was 1.
1955.
Tim Berners-Lee published a formal proposal for the World Wide Web.
What was the year?
1990.
All right.
Believe it or not. I thought Al Gore
Yeah, I thought that
invented
was
the
Al Gore. Yeah.
In 2013, Hawaii joined 15 other states in legalizing same-sex marriage.
Wow.
Getting up to more recent times, 2019, the streaming service Disney Plus was launched. So thanks for that. In 2021, Los Angeles judge ruled to end Britney Spears' conservatorship, which had controlled almost all aspects of her life for 14 years.
And last month, she was playing with and dancing with knives.
Hey, yeah. Everybody dances with knives every once in a while.
She danced really well with the knives, but at the same time, it was pretty scary. Yeah.
And then her response
it's on
was,
a video.
What's the big deal?
I thought these were fun knives. And then last but not least, last year, for the first time in history, Disneyland added 2 dolls in wheelchairs to their attraction, It's a Small World. As if it wasn't creepy enough.
Okay.
and I looked it up while Jet was talking. Happy Veterans Day is the proper nomenclature.
Very good.
So happy Veterans Day,
Happy
everybody.
Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Special events for Sunday include Chicken Soup for the Soul Day.
All right.
Diwali, India's festive holiday celebrating the triumph of good over evil.
Boo.
Oh, wow. Happy Hour Day. Oh. French Dip Day. Pizza with the works except anchovies Day. Oh. International Tongue Twister Day. And World Pneumonia Day. Let's all kiss. It's horrible.
I prefer my anchovies in my salad dressing. Thank you.
Yeah, I prefer anchovies in my tongue twisters, so I'm set.
Very nice, very nice.
Number of the day should be a trivia question. U.S. currency notes it takes to weigh 1 pound, 490. So you need $490 bills to add up to a pound.
Well, no wonder they're doing so well over there in jolly old England. It takes $490 to make one of their pounds.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's what confused me with that whole number because I was thinking money currency conversion, and I'm like 490 to weigh a what? And then yeah.
Yeah, it takes 490 people to weigh a pound.
I didn't know what I was doing. All right, so who's next?
All right, new movies this weekend. Real quick before we head to odd news, if nobody's got anything else, The Marvels. All right, that's in theaters this weekend. The Holdovers, Dream Scenario, It's a Wonderful Knife.
I like that.
What is that all about? It's a Wonderful Knife. I gotta look that. Yeah,
I'll check that out while you're going here.
Yeah, after saving her town from a psychotic killer, Winnie Carruthers' life is less than wonderful. When she wishes she'd never been born, she finds herself in a nightmare parallel universe where, without her, things could be much, much worse.
Oh, wow. I just watched Groundhog Day for the first time this week.
Over and over again?
Yeah. My new favorite movie.
All right. Also in theaters, it sounds fun, Manodrome.
Manodrome.
It doesn't sound that good, though. Conflicted about his girlfriend's pregnancy, Ralphie's life spirals out of control when he meets a mysterious family of men. And that's with Jesse Eisenberg and Adrian Brody.
Okay.
It seems like you could do a good Jesse Eisenberg impersonation, Jet. It seems like you should be able to do a good Jesse Eisenberg impersonation. We'll let you work on that.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I'm trying to think. He's just kind of such a boring guy. Like, I invented Facebook. I'm gonna go watch. What is it? Zombieland.
Yes,
I'll get it down. Yeah. Did I see Nick Cage is in that one too?
No, that's Dream Scenario is another movie being released this weekend, and I think it's the first movie that Nicolas Cage has had come to a theater in a while. Usually they've been straight to video.
That last one, the Weight of Extraordinary Talent or whatever, it was in theaters.
Okay.
That was good.
All right. This one's a hapless family man finds his life turned upside down when millions of strangers suddenly start seeing him in their dreams. When his nighttime appearances take a nightmarish turn, Paul is forced to navigate his newfound stardom with Lily Bird, Nicolas Cage, and Julianne Nicholson.
All right.
Good job. And he's bald in this one.
Good.
So, there you go.
Him.
But yet,
I love Nicolas Cage. Unironically, I think he's great.
When you shave off, though, your hair implants, do they grow back?
Yeah, they do, Scott.
Okay. Just check.
I don't have implants, Scott.
Okay, sorry.
All natural.
I shouldn't have went there.
All movies
let's wrap up this show the odd way with a little news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Always kick things off with the news attack where the first sentence is true and the second sentence is always a bad joke. And news attack starts off with Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah. Really quick, though, before talking about the entertainment, the actors' strike has ended.
Oh, yeah, that's
I heard
right.
that last night.
Yeah, they came to an agreement. So just throwing that out there so we can start getting some of those releases back out in the theaters now.
That's right. God save the rich actors.
Yeah, All right.
I wonder if that's why that Nick Cage movie came out.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this one, a dentist in North Carolina is giving away free guns with certain procedures. Open wide and say bang.
Wow.
Pull.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Study suggests that humans have a sixth sense that detects magnetic fields and a seventh sense that tells us when our boss has left the building.
Yes.
I'm lucky in that aspect, I think.
I had a really good boss one time. You could tell when he left work and came back to work by the smell in the building.
Wow.
Oh, is that wrong?
Poor guy.
I didn't say his name.
I had this really great boss one time. He lived in Maine.
So he's never in the building.
Yeah, but we could still smell him.
I got it.
I'm using his microphone. You better believe it.
Study found that being lonely can be as detrimental to your health as smoking, but it'll still be easier for you to find an apartment.
Oh, good.
Wow.
So sad.
Wow.
Chuck.
Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, had a minor stroke. Doctors have upgraded his operating system.
Nice. All right. Well, if you hadn't heard, Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, had a minor stroke. I'm sure there's an app for that, though.
It's minor.
Wow.
O.J. Simpson now offering legal advice to Donald Trump. Should he be convicted of anything, O.J. has offered to lend him a white Bronco.
Oh, man.
I was wondering the other day, is that white Bronco still in existence? Has OJ like auctioned it off?
You know it's worth money,
right? I bet somebody has
it. Did it belong to OJ, or was it? Did it belong to his buddy,
the creepy one,
CJ, whatever his name was?
No, I was thinking of the guy that became a DJ that lived.
Oh, the one that lived in a shack.
Yeah, the shack out back.
Yeah.
No, I think it belonged. No, it was OJ's. No,
yeah.
I don't remember.
Which, be careful, Chuck. That's where most DJs live, is in a shack out back.
That's true. Actually, I believe it belongs to the LAPD.
Oh,
yeah.
OJ is wonderful. He's a wonderful man. Very tiny gloves.
Tiny hands. I think we're back to Chuck, maybe? Yes.
Sure. Survey shows that around 36 million Americans are doing yoga. The rest of us are doing frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about both?
Do love a good froyo.
Separate survey found that 75% of women would choose me time over intimate time. Well, if you wear your headphones during sex, you might be one of those women. Very good.
Wacky but true. We don't offer anything or add anything to these stories other than a movie or television sound effect. And the first one, during a firearm deer hunting opener in Minnesota, a conservation officer named Vinnie Brown had a busy weekend. On Saturday, Brown arrested a convicted felon who was found to have an illegal firearm in their possession. Shortly after that arrest, Brown noticed a vehicle driving erratically and contacted a deputy who pulled the vehicle over to a nearby restaurant. To their surprise, they discovered that a woman in the passenger seat of the vehicle was in labor and about to give birth. Despite their efforts to assist, the mother delivered the baby on her own within 30 seconds. All right, both the mother and the baby are in good health and were transported to a local hospital. Here's what one of the officers had to say.
It's true what they say, cops and women don't mix. It's like eating a spoonful of Drano. Sure, it'll clean you out. It'll leave you hollow inside.
Hollow.
Wow.
What kind of a drop is that?
Sorry.
Where did that come from?
Sorry, it came from, the Leslie Nielsen movie where he's a cop.
Oh.
Naked Gun.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It makes sense now.
You know what they say, 30 seconds or less or your baby is free.
Man.
All right, defend us with some cheese, Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah, a masked man entered a grocery store in Germany and told the cashier to give up the cash register's money. The 50-year-old woman refused and instead grabbed packs of cheese and started pelting the robber with them. Witness told police she hit him smack in the face with a very ripe gorgonzola.
Oh, no.
The robber consequently fled empty-handed.
Oh.
Did somebody say cheese?
He left empty-handed, but a little smellier.
I'd take a nice ripe gorgonzola to the face.
Yeah.
It stinks and tastes so bad. Oh, it's horrible.
It smells so bad, but it tastes so good.
No.
Pet pig from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, escaped its yard by tunneling under the fence. Its unnamed owners just couldn't capture him. After 18 days, they finally came up with an idea for a poor man's tranquilizer dart. A sticky bun the porker couldn't resist, loaded with a handful of Benadryl tablets, an antihistamine famous for causing sleepiness. That was enough to get the pig, named Kevin Bacon, back home.
Ooh, huh.
That's good. Wow. 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon right there.
Oh, wow. Same way Marion caught me. Bunch of Benadryl and a sticky bun.
Look, you gonna have to go catch a cab, and I got to go to the drugstore and get some Benadryl and Kaopectic.
Oh boy,
sorry. I think it's my turn.
That's your turn, Scott.
Oh, in South Africa, a man robbed an office, taking a laptop, phones, and cash, then fleeing in one of the employees' cars. Thief must have been really proud of the car, since the cops spotted him later in the day washing and waxing it in full view of all of his neighbors.
Deja vu.
Yeah, and we kind of heard a story like that from history, too, so it's happened more than once.
This is a test of the emergency moron system. Had there been a real moron in the room, you would have seen a small mushroom cloud where the idiot had been standing.
That's the same story, so that happened today.
Oh,
yeah,
yay.
Crazy.
All right.
Very good.
Later,
back to Chuck. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Later, well, I'm not used to being on time for my turn, Scott, so you're
That's right.
on top of things. Late at night, police in the UK rushed to investigate a suspected supermarket robbery. Once they'd arrived at the scene, they were unable to find any evidence of a break-in. They then spotted a spider hanging by a security motion sensor. The police relocated the feller to a less sensitive area.
Oh.
The spider's new.
Spider? Yes, the spider. Yes. Even the smallest bite from Arachnus dethicus will instantly paralyze. Oh! Get it off!
All right, a state trooper spotted a car in Tampa. Had the same distinct colors as their own patrol car. I remember reading this the other day. The officer pulled the car over, told the driver that it's illegal to drive a car that matches the Florida Highway Patrol's black and tan color scheme. Thought if he bought it at an auction, he couldn't buff off the paint applied before it was sold. Sorry, folks. Someone appeared to have buffed the paint off before it was sold. Anyway, according to the incident report, the man told the officer he had no idea the color scheme was illegal. Unfortunately for him, the state troopers had records of telling the man just that same thing during 2 previous stops.
Oops.
Okay. So we got a trooper pull someone over.
You got trouble time too. A trooper with an attitude.
That's all I could come up with over that one. I'm sorry. Sorry. Police in the Netherlands pulled over a car going 96 in an 80 zone. And the driver was a teen student with an instructor sitting beside him. Unnamed instructor told the officer that he was teaching the boy that speeding doesn't save time.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Officer didn't fall for that one and gave the citation to the instructor. Here's what he had to say.
Yes. Now, I'm going to have to give you a ticket on this one.
But
Meow. 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 Now, it doesn't speed time. It's just tons of fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
Last story, all Chuck Ritchie.
That's right. In Avery County, North Carolina, sheriff's deputies stopped on the way to a call to get some rope. They tied it to a minivan door and got the vehicle open. Then the bear they had been called to get out of the minivan disembarked, but it didn't go away. It turned out the bear had 2 cubs in the van as well. Deputies coaxed them out, and the bear family, including another cub that had been up a tree, reunited. The minivan was a rental, but insured. A good thing, considering how badly the bears had trashed the inside of it.
Oh, what a sweet, sweet story to end on.
Yeah.
Bear family reunited.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing bears don't realize when it comes to vans.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
Well, this van's too small.
This one's just right.
This van tastes just right. All right, wrapping up the show. Chuck Ritchie, was there, looked like a slow weekend for the Veterans Day weekend. Did you ever find out if there was a Veterans Lunch at the American Legion?
I know there is. I called them and left a message. I couldn't get a hold of anybody yesterday. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that in the announcements by 12:30 today. But I'm not, it might be for veterans. I think it's for veterans only. So I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. You want more details on that? I know they've done it fairly annually, maybe not during COVID, but give the Legion a call this afternoon when the lounge is opened up.
So do you see who just walked in behind me on camera here, Scott?
Say what?
Do you see who just walked in behind me on camera here?
Who?
It's our very own Melissa Silvio.
Melissa! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We want to know how old you are, Melissa.
Happy birthday, Madam.
Melissa's 29.
29,
yep,
like Jet?
Yeah,
she
same
agrees,
age.
29.
Wow. 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 You guys are so old. You're just...
Yeah.
Were you
1
guys
year
born in the
closer to
same
30.
hospital?
Well, you both have a great weekend. Want to thank everybody for tuning in for the show this morning. We will be back on Tuesday. It'll be myself and my sister Val right here on your KCHW Morning Show. Anything else, Chuck?
Happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. You guys have a safe weekend out there.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yup.
Because that's how you get ants.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.